Today I have a very different look for you. I'm gonna be doing kind of like a talk through, get ready with me from start to finish. Clearly I'm finished now. The look is this look. It's very smudgy, dramatic, grungy, like the eyes are very, very dark. I'm definitely outside of my comfort zone. I'm usually very neutral, easy kind of makeup. This is another story, and I'm actually really, really, really loving it. I'm super excited because I got to partner up with Sephora for this video, and they sent me a couple of products, and a couple of them were liners, and I went to town. They were just like, hey, we want to see what kind of look you come up with using these couple of products, and I will link everything that I used in this look down below. I really hope you guys love it, and if you have any more requests for outside of the box kind of looks that you want to see me do, definitely comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. All right, let's get into it. I've already applied my moisturizer and my SPF and everything, and the next step is using this Rose Hydrating Eye Gel Cream by Fresh. This is one of the products that I got from Sephora, and it is unlike any other eye cream I've ever used. It is truly, truly a gel. I've heard of this product on YouTube already, and people were saying like, oh, it's so great for like the summer months because it's really like hydrating, but it's light. And that is very different than the other eye cream I was using previously. That one's very heavy, super, super creamy. And I kind of think of this one as a really great like daytime eye cream. And I'm really, really liking it. Next up, I'm grabbing my primer. This is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Redness Correcting Primer. And I'm just gonna be smoothing it all over my face. It's not that I'm like crazy red right now, but I do have some spots and I think that it could help. And I just smooth that on with my hands. Next up, apparently I'm like primer crazy right now. I'm also using this Smashbox primer water. I don't know why, but I've been using this one even if I use another primer. I don't know why, don't ask me why, but I like it. Can't explain myself, as usual. It feels so good. Next up, I'm going in with the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. This is a heavy duty foundation and I really like it, but it's definitely for the times when you're going for that like perfection on your face. And I'm just smoothing that on with a flat top brush, dotting it everywhere, trying to work quickly because this foundation does set down matte. Now I'm gonna let that foundation just kind of like chill on my face, and I'm gonna wait to do the rest of my concealer and face makeup until after I do my eyes. I'm gonna be going for more of like a dramatic party time kind of look, and so there could be fallout, there could be, you know, some evening up I need to do with concealer afterward, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna wait to do that stuff and just do my eyes now. First things first, I gotta deal with these sad straight lashes. I'm going to be curling them, not too curled because I am going to be using false lashes today. And when I find whenever I over curl my lashes, which is what I like to do, that's my instinct, it makes it a lot harder to put on my lashes. Now I'm gonna be using a waterproof mascara, the Lancome Grandiose waterproof mascara. Like, what? I love this. Gives you just a different kind of control. I know that you can bend your wands like no matter what mascara you have, but this one is definitely all that and more. Hello lashes. Next up, I'm going on to work on my brows. I'm using the Benefit Gimme Brow as a base for my brows, and I'm just going through them. I like to pretty much keep my natural shape. I actually just plucked them a bit, so they are in better shape than they've been in a long time, but I do like a full, pretty natural looking brow, and Gimme Brow definitely helps me with that. Now for just a little bit more precision in my brows, I'm using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, mainly in the tails of my brows. Do you call your brow tails? This part, the end. And I just very lightly go through the rest of my brow with this product. Not too much. Next up, I'm using a wee bit of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer just to kind of define the brow bone. I don't typically do this step, but when I'm going all out, it's a nice thing to do. Next up, my eye primer is by Smashbox. It's the 24-hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer, and I'm just using a wee little bit for both my lids. Next up, I'm grabbing my Smashbox Shape Matters eye palette in Matte Exposure. It looks like this. I'm gonna be going all over my lid up to the brow bone with this color, and then I'm gonna be using a lot of the shades on this warmer side of the palette. Surprised? You shouldn't be. So I'm just patting that all over the lid, all the way up to the brow bone with a big flat brush. Bigger the brush used, less time it takes. I like that. Next up, I'm going in with this really nice beigey tan color. It's very subtle, but it's amazing for the crease. And I'm blending up, almost all the way up. All right, here we are in the other eye. Blending everywhere. Now I'm going in with this really great kind of rosy mauve shadow. It's definitely more brown than it is rosy. It's so amazing. I've recently realized that I love this color as an eyeshadow. It really helps to bring out the green in my eyes, and it's still a neutral, so I like that. Now I'm going into this really warm brown, which is just, I love that color, and I'm just kind of using that in the same spot as the rosy color. I'm just layering tons of browns to make it really smoked out, blended, and dramatic. I'm gonna be using the same colors under my eyes, but I have to wait to do that until after my concealer. It is like a sandwiching process with all of this, but it works out in the end. And now for the star of the show. I have fallen in love with this product. It's the Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Crayon Eyeliner in Midnight in Paris. This liner does not move, and it's a very deep navy blue, and there is like a shimmery, glittery undertone. Not undertone, it is like shimmery and glittery, but not too much. You will see it's really pretty, but I'm gonna be using this as a base for a super like dramatic, smoked out, kind of smudgy, grungy eye. And then I'm also gonna be using it as a liner, spoiler alert, but I do need to work quickly because it does set real quick. Just smudging it out with my finger, and it does not have to be perfect. So there we have one eye done, and now I'm moving on to the other eye, and I'm just doing the exact same thing. It's gonna be kind of like a grungy look, so it's cool if it's not absolutely perfect. Don't sweat it. Your hands are gonna get dirty, but you're gonna love it. Now I'm going in with just a little smudger brush, and I'm going around the perimeter. Next up, I'm going back into my shadow palette with a flat brush like this. This one actually came in the palette, and it's a very dark cool tone brown, and I'm just gonna be going to town all over this lid. You're still able to see the kind of like navy blue glitter beneath the shadow, but it tones it down a little bit, and it definitely adds dimension. As if glitter doesn't have enough dimension. Who am I kidding? Like very slightly blending it up into the crease, into the brown, like so. Might be like, Leanne, that's a lot of look for you. But I actually really like where it's going, and it's not finished, so don't worry. I need to go back in with that rosy color and my little pointed blending brush and blend out those edges even more. This look is just all about the blending because you're right, it is a lot of look. While it is harsh and very dark, it can be just really smudgy and still soft, if that makes sense. While the look still has a very blue undertone to it, I really don't want to miss out on that really, really beautiful like blue glitter look. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this liner on my upper lash line and grab back some of that true color that Midnight in Paris has. I'm gonna keep it very close to the lash line. So it's just kind of like a hint, a slight sparkle, a little bit of a highlight. I just love how using this liner breaks up the darkness while it is still dark. I don't know, it's just like the blue glitter in it is just amazing to me. Wow, it was storming when I started filming and now it's like perfectly sunny. Let there be light. Next up, I'm going in with some mascara. This is the Bobbi Brown Eye Opening Mascara. And I'm just going over my top lashes, but I will go over my bottom lashes with the same mascara. Next up, I'm grabbing some lashes. I've actually never worn these before. They're from Makeup Forever, and I really like how winged out they are. All right, I got these lashes on and they are definitely flared out on the ends, maybe more so than any lashes that I've worn before, but it's kind of perfect for this look. Now I'm going over the lash band with Kat Von D's liquid liner, just so lightly, just to cover the lash band because I don't want to go over that Midnight in Paris liner. Wow, eyes are almost done as they can be. I need to do concealer and all of that. I am so excited. I feel like my under eyes look haggard. First, I'm going in with my Hourglass concealer on any redness or blemishes. Luckily, that foundation really conceals a lot. So you almost don't even need concealer, which is nice. For my under eyes, I'm using the Kat Von D Lock It Concealer. This is a pretty major concealer, and that is exactly what I need right now. Whoa, I got my lash. I'm also gonna use my NARS Creamy Concealer down my nose, a little lightly, and then up here to highlight, and then a bit on the chin to highlight as well. And now to set everything, I'm using the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Powder under the eyes and anywhere I used concealer, but not a lot of setting powder elsewhere. Now to contour, I'm grabbing my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to repurchase pretty soon. I've had this one for over a year now. Now to contour my nose, I'm using this lighter shade on a smaller eyeshadow brush and just very lightly going down the sides of my nose, making a little angle here and at the bottom to kind of make it look a little perkier. And to blend that mess in, I'm using my small Duo Fiber brush and my highlighting shade. I'm going under my eyes just a little bit on both sides. And then I'm just kind of like going over my nose. I don't like a super strong nose contour on myself. Now for just a little bit of bronzer, I'm using this Sephora bronzer, just kind of in the same areas where I did my contouring, but a little bit more blended out all over the place. Down the neck, all over the place, bronzer party on my face. Next up to highlight, I'm using Benefit's What's Up Cream Highlight, and I'm just going over my cheekbones, blending out. I do love it. It is so pretty. Come on, highlight. And to bump up the highlight even more, I'm using a powder highlighter. This is the Estee Edit in Heat, and I'm just using a little bit, just right there. Just kidding, it's going all over the place. And I do a little bit on the forehead, tiny bit on the chin, and I'm good on the highlight. Now for my blush, I'm using NARS Orgasm. And I like a lot of blush, what can I say? And now it is finally time to finish up that under eye. I feel like so imbalanced right now. First up, I'm gonna be going in with that rosy shadow on a small smudger brush. And I'm just gonna like go to town, smoking that out under the lower lash line. Now with a small flat detailer brush, I'm gonna go into that very, very dark brown shade and just very carefully go right along the lash line. Not all the way in, but pretty far in. Concentrating a lot of the super dark color on the outer corner. And now I'm gonna go back in with Midnight in Paris, and I'm gonna go into my lower waterline. Now, going back in with the Bobbi Brown mascara, I'm going onto my lower lash line and wiggling it on. And now for my lips, I'm going in with a Nude Sticks lip and cheek pencil, and I'm gonna kind of use a combination of both colors, Mystic and Whisper. First, starting out with Mystic, which is the darker color. And then Whisper more in the center of the lip to highlight. Super easy, all in one, I love that. Very last step that I definitely need is the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix, just to kind of keep everything, ooh, can't talk while I'm doing it, oh, spoke too soon. This will just kind of keep everything in place forever and ever, amen. Until I don't want it on anymore. And in that case, I got something new and I've been trying it out and I've really been liking it. It's the Boscia Makeup Breakup Cool Cleansing Oil. And I don't have the actual bottle with me right now because it's upstairs in my bathroom next to my sink because I've been using it to take off my makeup. I've been playing with using more oils. It's all the rage and it really works. And I really like this because it's not super scented and it will definitely come in handy later. And now this is the finished look. It's super dramatic. It's definitely out of my comfort zone, but I really love it. I love that kind of like midnight blue undertone. It does everything for me. I really hope you guys like the look. Definitely give it a thumbs up if you did. If you recreate this look and you post a photo anywhere on social media, definitely tag it. Hashtag LeighAnnSays so I can see it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel here on YouTube, please do. I would love for you to keep up with all my new videos. And if you have, thank you so much. You are my people and I love you. And if you want to find me anywhere else on social media, it's at LeighAnnSays absolutely everywhere. And I love hearing from you guys. And as always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone. And it's huge and it definitely helps a lot with the proportions of the room. It's perfect for me. Like I could not be happier.
It's definitely not British Colonial.